Hey, what's going on, everybody? Brad here, back with another Let's Talk Jurassic live stream. Things are looking a little different. I'm testing things out. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a while, so I thought, why not switch it up for a bit, see if we can do some fun stuff together. So, speaking of what you can see right here, Aaron brought back this like little trading card. We were gonna use them for the Jurassic Wire, but then we ended up switching things up and couldn't really get the format to work, so I figured, hey, I'm going to lay it over this for now. Let's see if it works. So anyway, there's a big blank space next to me, which I forgot to do something with, so there you go. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing okay. Let me see what's going on here in the live chat. Looks like you got a bunch of people here. So what's going on, Genozoic? Michael, what's going on? Spinotaurus. Michael this is not pre-recorded. This is live. It's happening right now. Hence me referencing your message there. So yeah, let's see. It looks like maybe there's a bunch of new people in here. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. It's been so long, I feel like. So make sure you share this around. Get the word out that we're doing a live stream right now. I shared it around as best as I could quickly. But yeah. I am ready to talk some Jurassic stuff with you guys tonight. Hopefully this is coming through all right. It looks like a little blurry on my end. But tonight, what are we going to discuss? We're going to discuss, and this is something it's been a thing for a while, but Jurassic World Dominion wrapped. All right, so we're going to discuss the wrapping, I guess. I don't know. We're going to discuss anything that, kind of entails around that. We're going to talk about theme parks and live entertainment, stuff like that for Jurassic. So specifically Islands of Adventure and the new Velocicoaster. We're going to talk Universal Beijing, maybe some Jurassic World, the exhibition. And we're going to discuss some Mattel toys. I think that's going to be fun. Mattel toys, there's plenty to discuss there. I feel like I always add the toys on as like, we can just discuss those real quick. There's not much to say. And then we end up talking like a lot of the time about the toys. But that's about it as far as topics that I have. If you guys have any topics, please go ahead and put them in the live chat on the side there. I'll try to reference them as much as I can. And it looks like, man, Jurassic Souls killing it already with the questions and the what do you call it? It's been so long. Super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jurassic Souls says, yo, what's your favorite new Jurassic toy that's been revealed? Chris. Oh, Chris. That's too funny, man. That is too funny. Sorry, I think you're both Chris, but Chris Pugh, I was laughing at your comment there. That got me good. But anyway, the toy that's been revealed, we'll get to that a little later. If you got to go, Jurassic Souls, let me know. I'll answer that before we get to it. But I'm excited to talk about some toys. I don't know. I've minimally looked into all the new stuff, but I've seen a bunch of the pictures, and I think we've got a good handle on what's going on. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, any thoughts on Jurassic, whatever it may be, let me know in the live stream chat, and I'll go ahead and answer that stuff or talk about it, whatever the case may be. But thanks again to Jurassic Souls. Genozoic says there's no wrong answer that involves Troodon. I like that a lot. But what's I going to say? All right, so kind of a refresher here. It's been a while. I feel like it's been a very long time since I've done a live stream. I don't know when the last one was. I can't remember. It's been so long. Since then, I've gotten a new backdrop and everything, which you can barely see. So maybe I got to adjust that. I don't know. But yeah, so it's been a while. We took a few weeks off with the podcast for a little bit in the early to middle of November, came back with a bunch of episodes and stuff. So things are rolling again. I'm excited. We've got a lot of stuff planned coming up for the podcast. I'm trying to look to see what we have planned. I know we're working on a Christmas episode for you guys. And we have so much fun putting those things together. They're usually pretty ridiculous. The past two, if you have not checked out our Christmas themed episodes, We've done Jurassic songs. So, buddy of the podcast and contributor, Travis Stevens literally writes and records Jurassic themed Christmas songs or holiday songs, and it's really funny. We pretend like we're unearthing this disc, like you're watching like an infomercial late at night, and there's just like loads of tracks, and we pretend that we're like the QVC of Jurassic fans, and it's it cracks me up because we record it all live, straight from the start to the finish, and it is so much fun to do. So hopefully we'll do something like that again this year. I don't really know what we've got planned, but hopefully it's a surprise for everybody. But what else do we got coming up? I'm trying to book a show. I'll fill you guys in here. I don't know if I can make it work in like 2 weeks, but I'm trying to have a full episode devoted to those new Jurassic 30th anniversary Folio Society books. So hopefully we get that coming up. We have the Jurassic mailbag coming up next week with Jennifer Evans. So listen to the show or haven't listened to the podcast. We do like a call-in kind of thing, sort of like what we're doing here, but on a grander scale with voicemails and audio clips and all kinds of stuff from the listeners. And so if you guys want to call, if you're like in the States, you can call in. The number is, I'll say it a few times, 732-825-7763. And you can just leave a message, 732-825-7763. You can call, leave a message, a thought, a concern, just say hi, whatever you want to do. Or you can just record like a voice memo on your phone and just email it over to us to JurassicParkPod@gmail.com. You can find a lot of that information on our website. So yeah, hopefully we hear from you guys. We always love answering all the questions over there. And yeah, that's about it. We took a break from the Jurassic Wire this past week to kind of give some more people a spotlight. We did a contest a while back where one of the winners of the contest was supposed to be on the Jurassic Wire with us, but it didn't really work out with scheduling and all this stuff. We were trying so hard to make it happen. Hopefully we can make it happen in the future. So instead of making them wait forever, we decided to just throw them on an episode with Tom and Arjun, and that was really cool. I think they had a great time talking just all kinds of Jurassic topics. So that was last week. So please go check that one out if you haven't already. But we should have a Wire at the end of December, which will be a little different than usual. We're kind of thinking about doing like a top 5 of 2020. Seems weird to do in a year like this, but we're going to try to do it anyway. I don't know what that's going to look like. What is a top 20 of Jurassic things? Whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything. It could be something from the podcast. It could be something from behind the scenes in the production. It could be a toy. Whatever it is. So we're gonna try to do that, and that should be a fun one. But yeah, that's kind of like a little summary of what we've been up to and what we've got going on coming up in the future here in December. And we've got stuff booked into January, and probably even farther than that. But yeah, it's nuts over here. But yeah, what else we got going on? I've been on a bunch of the episodes of the Forcecast. So if you guys are into The Mandalorian, I mean, at this point, who isn't? I've been kind of covering each episode with the Forcecast and discussing my thoughts and feelings on each episode. So go check out the Forcecast's podcast feed over on iTunes or wherever you guys listen to podcasts. I've been on every one of those, I think. And then I was also on another fun podcast, Jurassic related here, called This Podcast Ruined My Childhood. And I did one other episode, and then I did this other one that just aired like a week or two ago. And we talked about Jurassic World. And did Jurassic World ruin my childhood? So essentially ruin my thoughts and love of Jurassic Park. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Did Jurassic World ruin my childhood? I don't know. You take a guess. I am here doing this, so who knows? But I think it's easy to expect what the answer is. So anyway, go check out that. If you go to the most recent episode show notes on our podcast, I have all the episodes of the Forcecast and This Podcast Ruined My Childhood on there, so you can go listen to those. But yeah, what do you say we get into some of these topics here? Let me see what you guys have been saying. Speaking of Forcecast and Star Wars, Chris asks, bread. What about Ahsoka? Hey, you can spell Ahsoka's right, but you can't spell Brad. Okay, I got it. Chris. What about Ahsoka's head creases? Canon or not? Huh. I don't know. And we did talk about this, Chris and a few others. We were talking about those creases in the Leiku, and it's just like, was that a product of the materials and the way that they made this thing, or is it supposed to be like that in the real Star Wars universe? Is it supposed to look like that? I don't know. I kind of took it as like it could have been a mistake, but then I'm just weaving it into the real world and just saying like, yeah, she's like, I don't know, she's older now. She's been around since the Clone Wars, so she's got some creases in there. That's the best I can come up with. I don't know. But it does sort of look like, they just didn't do something right. But at the same time, I'm just looking at the production value on this show, and specifically Ahsoka. I don't know. We're just really getting deep with this. But specifically Ahsoka and the director of that episode, Dave Filoni, who created that character with George Lucas, I don't think he's going to mess anything up with that character as far as the looks, sounds, maneuvers, how she works out in that episode. I think anything that you see on screen was intentional, just because of who put it on screen. It's his baby. That is his Grogu come to life, essentially. So I think, it was intentional at this point. I'm going with that. I'm sticking with intentional. But anyway, back to Jurassic. What do you guys got? You guys got some stuff going on here. Shay says, hopefully some JP3 20th anniversary toys next year. That would be interesting. I doubt it. But you never know. You never know. Brock says, how many peeps here would like more Lego Jurassic Park sets? T-Rex Breakout? Yeah, that would be awesome. I think everybody would love more Jurassic Lego sets. I mean, I don't really ever care too much about the Lego Jurassic stuff. You can't really see probably behind me. Oh, maybe there's one. I don't know what side it's on, but one of them behind me is, it's on this side. Where is it? Right there. Star Wars. Oh, then down here, Star Wars Lego. I just, I don't care too much about the Jurassic Legos. I just think like, and I know I put an S on that. Oh, well. I just think that they're not up to par with the price range. So, yeah. But as far as like more sets, I would definitely be open to that, of course. I would love to see more. I think that gate set from last year was pretty cool. Was that last year? I don't even remember. But yeah, I think the Jurassic Park gate was really cool with the T-Rex and you turn it around. There's a bunch of things in the gate. That was fun. Very expensive. I think it was like 200 something bucks. I don't know. It's just not for me. But Sean here says, I love Christmas. Yeah, me too. That's probably in reference to me talking about the the Christmas episodes. Dakota's here. What's up, Dakota? Working at the animal hospital, catching up whenever you can. Awesome. Dakota is a contributor on our podcast. Dakota, sends in some great segments as far as animatronics go. So if you want to learn about the animatronics of the series, he's done a few of those so far. I think we have another one. I believe so. So that'll probably be on the schedule too, sometime in the new year, I'm assuming. Or, yeah, no, I think it's probably in the new year. But yeah, so let's see. Before we jump into the actual topics here. Genozoic. Oh, man. Song form would be more memorable for a phone number. I don't know why I said Jurassic. Yeah. I don't think I can come up with like a Kirby's paint and tile for like our Jurassic mailbag phone number. Unless you guys got one. Go ahead and do it for me. Record it. I'll put it in an episode. Brock mentions a dinosaur that was revealed from Sam Neill. I'm not going to say it. You guys can probably see it if you do read the comments. I know it's kind of been revealed all throughout the community. Everybody's been sharing it, this dinosaur, and it was stated by Sam Neill. But this is something we actually talked about. This is something we actually talked about in the last episode. Actually, Aaron Beyer from The Wire did join me for like 20 or so minutes, and we did talk about this dinosaur and the how it was revealed and wasn't supposed to be revealed, but it was revealed. It was technically like kind of an official source, but not really. So I'm just not going to openly talk about it just yet. But yeah, if you want to listen to what I have to say about that dinosaur, go ahead and listen to the last episode. I think it was episode 257. But yeah, so Jacob is asking, what is this about? So it's about right now, it's about just reading your comments right now. But after that, we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Dominion wrapping. We're going to be talking about theme parks, Jurassic theme parks with Islands of Adventure and Jurassic World. Universal Studios, Universal Beijing. Jurassic World Isla Nublar at Universal Beijing. And then some Mattel toys and stuff. Let's see. And Brandon here asks, Hey, Brad, did they ever mention anywhere what part of the year Jurassic World took place? At the Mitchell home, it was snowing, so maybe winter/early springtime. So this is an interesting one. I don't even know, man. I've gotten so lost in the fan theory versus the reality of the situation, and honestly, none of it really makes any sense. So, what we see in the film, if you just go based off of that, it's Christmas time. And only based off the fact that you're hearing a Christmas song. So in my eyes, when I hear a Christmas song, it's before Christmas or Christmas Day. I don't think it's after Christmas. I mean, I would give you maybe the weekend or the next day or two after Christmas, but I don't think Jurassic World was set the day or two after Christmas and they're playing a Christmas song. That just doesn't check out. So in the airport, you can hear Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I don't know why I'm singing, but it's that song. I think it's like Tony Bennett or something singing it. Yeah, so it has to be before Christmas. Now, this movie came out in June 2015. So I'm laughing at Genozoic's comment. June 2015 was when the movie came out. So is it December 2014 or is it December 2015? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Chris might know. Chris probably knows. But yeah. Oh, man. He's talking about Fantastic Worlds. I'd like to talk about that. Is that even the name of the park anymore? No, that's not even the name. It's called Epic Universe. I get confused myself sometimes. I'm like, what is the name of this park still? I always go to Fantastic Worlds first because that was like the rumored name for so long. Brandon says, when I hear a Christmas song, I think of Christmas. Yep. You guys, if you're not used to these live streams, you're gonna get some absurd quotes from myself, and maybe some dinosaur screeches, maybe some Owen Grady voices. I don't know. I don't intend these things, but they just come out. But yeah, Genozoic was saying that somebody came up with the exact date based off the phase of the moon. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I would not be surprised if that was accurate. But yeah. I know a lot of people have their theories and thoughts as far as when it took place, and there may be an official source, but I don't know. It's one of those things that I haven't cared too much to look into, to be honest. It bothers me, but I just don't care enough. Shay here says the opening of Fallen Kingdom takes place in 2016, so Jurassic World probably takes place in 2015. Yeah, see, that would make sense. But where did you get the 2016 date is what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking now, obviously. Where did you get that date? Because as far as we know, as far as I've ever heard, I haven't heard a specific date, but I have heard the weeks, the months later from Jurassic World, which also slightly doesn't make sense, but I'm just going to go with it because that's apparently what was said on a Sci-Fi Wire interview with Colin Trevorrow, I believe. So that's what we're going with. But yeah, where did you get that information as far as the date of 2016. If that is the case, if it is 2016, then definitely it takes place in December 2015. No, Siaka, no. Technically, Colin Trevorrow's comment on Twitter does not matter to me. Sort of like I'm saying with that Sci-Fi Wire thing. It's like, I don't know. No, technically Jurassic World is a week after Christmas movie. No, come on. You're not playing that song a week after Christmas. Get out of here, dude. You're already playing Old Lang Syne by that point. You're not playing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas a week ago. No, you're not doing that. That was me singing, adding that addendum onto the song. So in case you were curious. Yeah. A Galaxy Far, Far Away says, well, in the movie it said 2018. I don't think it said that. It said that maybe it said 2018 as far as after the prologue portion. So after the prologue, essentially could be 2016, and then the prologue onward for the rest of the movie would be 2018. And Siaka, how could you forget that I'm a huge fan of soft canon? I am. I just love soft canon. I love soft canon. I love everything that is stated directly on Twitter and in interviews. This is my favorite kind of Jurassic lore. I can't believe we're only like a few minutes, however long into this, and I'm already mad about soft canon. Wait, so Genozoic is basically not joking about the moon. When you say that someone came up with a theory based off the moon, did that someone happen to be a Genozoic artist? Let me just ask you. I'm just asking. Asking for a friend, to be honest. Yeah. December 18th. All right. So, I don't know. Let's move on. We'll come back to some of this stuff if you guys want to keep bugging me about questions, and I don't mean bugging me in a bad way, but if you want to keep putting them in there, because I'll just forget. I'll constantly forget. But yeah. Okay. I'm glad, Chris, I have your sword for the soft cannon fight. Yeah, and Mateus here says, and then you remember that in Camp Cretaceous, no one mentions Christmas or anything. Yeah, honestly, I never even thought about Camp Cretaceous in concern to the Christmas portion of things. I never even thought about that. And you're right. No one's decorated. And that's the thing. That's the thing about Jurassic World is there's zero decorations. And even if it is a week after Christmas, there would still be Christmas decorations. If you go to like Disney World, they're up there until like February. It's ridiculous. And they go up in November, like November 1st, pretty much. They're like right up there, Christmas decorations, and they go all the way to like February. So Jurassic World not having decorations is, I mean, obviously it was the right choice because I really, really don't want it to be a Christmas movie, despite me thinking it is at this point. It's a Christmas movie. But if decorations were just surrounding that entire park, I would have been like, oh, come on. Can we just have like a normally themed park? Could this just be set in July or something? And that's kind of annoying if they were to have decorations everywhere. But in theory, it's kind of weird that they don't. So I've always been a little irked about that, but also glad at the same time. But it does give me a lot of thoughts and stuff. And I think we've done a few episodes, maybe like a few things about whether it was in like The Wire or the mailbag or whatever. But we've talked a lot about what kind of decorations would you see? What kind of festivities, events, shows, parades? What kind of things would you see in a park surrounding a holiday, whether Halloween or Christmas? So yeah, but Chris does say Jurassic World 2 is about 6 months after Jurassic World. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know where the specifically 6 months comes from, but all I've ever been going off of is the fact that Colin said it in a Sci-Fi Wire interview of the weeks to months. So how many weeks are there in 6 months? I don't know. There's probably one. It's probably way off. I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. Oh, gosh. Siaka hitting us with the hard truths potentially here. If Jurassic World is set very close to Christmas, does that mean Christmas is associated with a public disaster in universe? So, are you trying to say that, like, before Jurassic World, there was a public disaster that nobody celebrates Christmas anymore? Or the fact that Jurassic World is set during Christmas, there's an outbreak around Christmas that now everybody every year will think about this disaster at Christmas time. I think that's probably more likely. But yeah, imagine like a world without Christmas. It's all John Hammond's fault. This was all part of John Hammond's dream, whatever Benjamin Lockwood says. A world without Christmas. It's like a setup for like an animated short on like ABC, or that wouldn't make any sense. It would be on NBC, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about? I don't even know what to talk about with my topics here today. So if you guys have anything to add, please do so. So Jurassic World Dominion had wrapped, right? That wrapped. I literally haven't talked about it at all. That was right around the time where we were on a few week break from the podcast. So I didn't bring it up on the show because it was already weeks later. And now it's even longer later. And I'm like, let's talk about it now, guys. Let's do it. Let's see here. What do I got? I think I have some things here. All right. So yeah. New look here. Let's throw this on the side. Colin had said this. I think it was, what does it say? November 7th. Wrap on Jurassic World Dominion. All my gratitude to our extraordinary crew and cast. We made a family. So you got Sam Neill, Dewanda Wise, Mamuto Athi, and Colin there. So that's cool. They wrapped. So what happens now, guys? What do you expect to happen now? Now it's December. It was November when it wrapped. What have we heard since then? Nothing? I don't think anything. I don't think we've heard anything, right? So what do you expect to hear, or when do you expect to hear things for this movie? I mean, for me personally, I'm not expecting to hear anything until at least 2021. Like, I don't know when that is, January, February, March. I don't know. Because this movie got pushed, obviously, so it's very far out, 2022 at this point. So what sense does it really make to start hyping something up at this point? I don't know. I feel like I'm essentially having like a wire discussion, but like Aaron is not there to like argue with me. Sorry, Aaron. I love you, dude. But yeah, so what do you guys expect though, for real? What do you think? Because I just don't expect anything for a while, and I think they'll try to take the reins and shove them in different directions, whether it is talk about Camp Cretaceous, whatever, season they want to talk more about season 2, or if somebody wants to talk about new toys or whatever the case may be, or what else we got? I don't know. It would be nice if like March comes around and we're all like literally shell-shocked. I was actually talking about being shell-shocked with Madison Embry, the actress who played sorry, Madison. Dr. Kate Walker. There we go. I knew it was in my brain somewhere. It's been a while. It's been about 10 months. All right. I was talking with her earlier today about like how long it's been and, how nice it would be to get back to things. And we were talking about like just being shell shocked, like when March rolls around, the fact that it's been a year of quarantine and everything. How nice would it be to just have all of these film properties, TV shows, whatever it is, just like drop a bunch of stuff. Not saying to drop like films in particular. Maybe that'll happen, but news about maybe that's like when a Camp Cretaceous hits or something like that. I have no idea. That might even hit earlier. Who knows? But things like that. It would be great if like a lot of these companies just decided, you know what, people have been through a lot. Let's go ahead and drop some good stuff. I know this virus is something that's been around since like November, right? Last year. So March though feels like the date that it hits home for a lot of us here in the States. So it would be kind of cool if they did something like that. But yeah, what do you guys think? I know I asked you your thoughts on what do you expect? How long do you think it'll be? Do you think we'll get like little image drops here and there? Typically if this movie had come out in June of next year, maybe even by this point or within a few days or so, or who knows, maybe we would have gotten a trailer or a teaser at least. Maybe even by the Super Bowl in February, we probably would have gotten like at least a trailer. So I just don't expect anything in that regard. I would love it if they just did like, just go old school, guys. Just go very old school. Just release like a logo, just kind of like shaking with impact tremors or something like that. Even if it's like the old school, like water ripples or something like that. I don't care. Throw some snow in there. Like make it look different because, there seems to be some snow in this movie. But give us something that's just like an old school teaser at the very most. It's just a logo and it says summer 2022. And it's just like some sound clips or something like that. That would get people hyped. That would be something that you could do anytime, in the next few months. I think that would be awesome. And there's zero commitment to it. It's just like, let's just do this real quick, throw it up there. It's not a trailer. There's no footage, anything like that. That's kind of what I would hope and want to see anytime in the near future. Yeah. What are we, 30 minutes, 40 minutes in, and I'm like, my throat's killing me. It's been a while since I've done this. So let's see here. Whew, should have turned that heat down in my house here. It's a little hot. Let's see, what are you guys saying? You guys are like having conversations amongst yourselves, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh, Shay says, looks like Alan Grant rocking a beard just like in the book. Yeah, man. I'm so excited about the beards. Goldblum does not seem to have a beard, Siaka. No, it does not seem like Jeff Goldblum has a beard. He had the beard last time around, but not this time. I guess 2 beards was like too many, You can't have 2 beards in one movie, guys. I guess. It's a shame. That's why I'm not in it. But let's see. Alistor, the radio demon, says, Brad, fun fact, Jurassic Park / World and Star Wars are in the same universe. In fact, it's been canonized. In the same universe. In fact, it's been canonized. I'm trying to think of what in the world you could be talking about. What? They're in the same world. Universe, canon. Man, this is the softest of canon I've ever heard. But yeah, please tell me, what are you talking about there? Shay says, I hope they drop a Ghostbusters trailer soon. Yeah, that would be awesome. I am so pumped. That was like probably my number 1 movie to like look forward to this past year. But obviously it didn't happen. Genozoic says, would be awesome if we got a few smaller projects like comics, maybe not motion, or some books. Yeah, definitely. I think that would be great. A book A book and comics, I guess, probably is I don't want to say easy, but it's an an easier approach than having a full production crew together to film something or work on something. So having people write and do the artwork and all that stuff at home seems to be a lot easier of a prospect. So I would definitely be down for that, but not motion comics unless they're good. Please, that was not good what we got. But yeah, I would definitely be into that. And the comics, comics have been something that we were teased about so so long ago. And yeah, we just never got them. At this point, and I had this conversation recently with Arjun Boss, who is a contributor here on the podcast. We were talking about I forget exactly what brought it up, but we were talking about the level of like fan commitment and love of canon slash, I don't know, just emotion behind what you're seeing in a way. And Jurassic it's never really had it in the way that other properties have, like Star Wars and like Marvel. Marvel's done it in an impossibly short amount of time, 10 years. They've made you committed to their products where, you're crying at the end of it, Avengers Endgame. I don't know. Jurassic has a uphill battle, I think, when it comes to that kind of thing. And it's because they just never really built out the world, like Star Wars has, like Marvel has. Marvel has done it, in spades with every different movie, 20-something different movies in 10 years. And Star Wars has done it to that extent too, with TV shows and now comics and all kinds of stuff. So they're really like giving you a lot to sink into, but Jurassic really hasn't done that. So, I guess better late than never when it comes to canonical material, whether it's comics or books or stuff like that. It's just a shame that it really didn't set in years and years ago. They could have really started this in 2015 and it would have been awesome. But they didn't. So I would just love it if they did, make things seem legit and real, like a comic or a book. Even the evolution of Claire, it's, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good book. It wasn't my favorite book of all time or anything, but I thought there were some really good details in there. And it's just a shame that they've, for the most part, just disregarded it as a thing. Like, nobody talks about it. I feel like we talk about it every now and then here on the podcast, but no one talks about it. Nobody talks about it online. Maybe Colin talked about it once or twice, kind of like he did with a live tour. It's like, hey, I'm contractually obligated to talk about this thing, but that's it. We're not going to like hype it up like a universe like they do in other, things. They're starting to do that with Camp Cretaceous now, of course, but that's as close as we've gotten, I think. And it's very close and it's good. It's very good. But they need to do a lot more work to get to like levels of commitment that I care about. Let's see, what are you guys saying here? Brandon says, oh, let me go back up. Mateus says, based on what you're saying, the teaser for The Lost World, but for Dominion. Yes, exactly. And Brandon says, do you personally think that Dominion could be the best film of the trilogy? I mean, yeah, I think it could be. I definitely think it could be. It has a card stacked in its favor, right? I think it does. With the cast, you've got a stellar cast there. And you've got the talk of animatronics galore, right? And even Sam Neill was just talking about that more with the dinosaur that he revealed. Animatronics galore. Big, some of the biggest stuff you've seen. And, yeah, again, the cast, man. That cast is everything. Having them come back. You've got Colin Trevorrow, who I think is ready to prove himself. Like, big time. I think he's really, really ready to prove himself. Jurassic World, obviously a hit. But it has a ton of detractors. People continually rip on that movie still, daily. It's absurd. Find something else to talk about. Don't keep ripping on it. Why? Why are you still talking about it? And then, the fact that he was fired from, if that's what you would call it, I guess, fired from Star Wars. And then a lot of people disliked the movie that he potentially could have directed for Star Wars with J.J. Abrams' The Rise of Skywalker. And then Colin's script comes out for the Rise of Skywalker, Duel of the Fates in his terms. And people love the script. They love it, and they would have much rather have seen that movie instead of The Rise of Skywalker. So I think he has... Oh, and plus, in the middle of all that, you have the Battle at Big Rock, and that is just beloved by pretty much everybody. So I think he has a lot to prove and a lot to say. And, he has been saying this from the start, that this is the movie that he wanted to make from the beginning. Jurassic World, he had a lot of threads to answer and a lot of things to adhere to, whether from the studio or story or whatever like that. He had a lot to take care of to set up a new universe in a way. And this movie, he can do whatever he wants. He can make the movie that he wants to make. So I think there is a chance that this could be. What? Sorry, I just got distracted by comments about moon theory. Genozoic, what's happening? I think this could potentially be the best movie in the series. I don't doubt it. I mean, it's really, really hard to say just because Jurassic Park is what it is. It is Jurassic Park. And The Lost World, to me, is right up there, if not tied, if not better. And I know a lot of people will hate on me for saying it, but I think Fallen Kingdom was amazing. I thought it was great. I would put it number 2 to 3 in that range. Probably 3 at this point. Yeah, definitely 3. But I think it's great. So I think they could go even better from here on. So yeah, but and I know somebody who just said it. I kind of glanced at it as I was going by. Kaiju here says Jurassic World Dominion has a mountain to climb. I don't know if it does. I don't really think it does. What, in your perspective, what is that mountain? And then the other one I was going to read, it disappeared again. Mr. Krabs says, I honestly thought Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was really good, better than Jurassic World in my opinion. I agree. Oh yeah, Brandon, that's what the one I was going to read. And some of us thought that Fallen Kingdom was better than Jurassic World, when personally I think Fallen Kingdom was below JP3. That's interesting. I know a lot of people really, really disliked Fallen Kingdom, but I just don't see it. I don't get it. And I'm not trying to say that to, critique your thoughts on what you think the movie is, but I just, from my perspective, I don't see it. I don't see how it's worse than Jurassic Park 3. And I enjoy Jurassic Park 3 to an extent now. I mean, I really didn't back then. And Brandon also says Battle at Big Rock was better than Fallen Kingdom. Look, I mean, that's an impossible statement to really discuss, because it's 8 minutes with credits, and Fallen Kingdom was 2 hours or whatever. So it's really, really hard to kind of discuss that in full. But yeah, so Kaiju does say, I'm really rooting for Colin to knock it out of the park. Galaxy, why do you want me to scroll down? What's going on? What's your favorite carnivore? I don't know. It's really not going to be that fun of an answer. Spinosaurus? No, that's not even is that counts as a fish? Is it pescatarian? I don't know. I guess T-Rex or Raptor. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Carnivores are fine. They're fun. They're brutal. I like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. But the herbivores, That's my jam right there. I think I got to scroll up or something. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Where did I leave off? Stargazer says, I feel like Camp Cretaceous season 2 is going to talk more about Biosyn and other things that will lead up to Dominion. Yeah, I mean, I think that could be interesting if that is the case. I think they talked about Manticore, right? That was the name of the Biosyn like company in that show. So whether it's more of Manticore, whether it's more of the Mosby Corporation or whatever that company was from the Evolution of Claire, Biosyn or another one, I don't know. I definitely think that's certainly a possibility to discuss more of that. These kids will be digging around the island for however long, who knows, and that'll be interesting to see how it does lead into Fallen Kingdom, because I would have really only expected a season 2 before Fallen Kingdom. When did this come out? September, right? September, October, November, December. I mean, there's a chance. Yeah, see, this is the thing. The pandemic threw everything off. So potentially we could have seen season 2 already. We could have been at season 2 now. Which does mean that there could have been a season 3 before Dominion, right? If you're waiting on like short gaps like that, there could have really been a season 3 before Dominion. So, yeah, I don't know. It just makes me think about how Marvel really liked to line up their shows, and Star Wars does too now. They like to line up their shows with the properties that are coming out in theaters and stuff like that, and they can't really. They really have to work out the scheduling to make everything work out. So I wonder what Camp Cretaceous looks like in the upcoming seasons, as far as did they reveal anything from Dominion that they don't want to reveal? If I'm thinking in my head that maybe we could have gotten 3 seasons, they could span that out. Maybe they can push this to March and then give us. Or maybe even farther. I don't know. It said something about early 2021. But they could say early 2021 is May. And then push season 3 out to February 2022. And then you have that. But I think they'll probably tighten that gap a little bit. Maybe we could even get 4 seasons before then. I don't know. But yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, it just depends on if there is information in there that they did not want to drop before the movies. So Genozoic tweeted me where he found the moon theory. So let me check some Twitter here. I don't know which Twitter it's on. All right, here it is. All right. So the moon theory about when Jurassic World takes place. Someone finding the date of the 2015 Jurassic World incident, December 18th, based off the phase of the moon. All right, so this comes from the Jurassic Park wiki. Where is this? That would be nicer to just put it on the screen, but let me see. Let me see if I can find this for you real quick. Because the moon theory is something we really have to go into some serious depth here. I don't even know where that is. How do you even find that? Is that it? No, maybe it is. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's see. Sorry, this is me just wasting time. Jurassic World film. Looks like you get a number here. Oh, I don't know where this is. I'll forget it. Anyway, what the wiki says here, the date of the Isla Nublar incident of 2015 is disputed. Several that it is the summer around June or July. Definitely not. In the message Ari Indominus Rex, written by Simon Mizrahi, he says that he will see the Indominus in late May or early June. Simon later announces his visit in June of 2015. The blog post, as well as the Mizrahi news for May of 2015, say that the Indominus paddock will open in July. Since the events of Jurassic World take place 3 weeks before the paddock's opening, this means that the 2015 incident happened around June, July of 2015. However, when Gray before they take the ferry to the dinosaur park, it is snowing and Christmas music is playing, suggesting that it is in December. Some have concluded that it takes place on December 18th due to the atmosphere mentioned above and due to the presence of an increasing moon increasing moon the night of the incident. Until any official word gives the date of the incident, it is unknown. So anyway, it's just the presence of the moon, the increasing moon in the night sky. Yeah. So yeah, that's the conflicting thing. Is you're supposed to potentially adhere to canonical material on the back door, right, of the Mizrahi Global website, which, has really cool emails and stuff like that between different, workers at Jurassic World and even farther back. And when you look at that and, somebody, I don't know, like, I don't even know how they wrote that, to be honest, with the fact that Jurassic World has Christmas music playing in it. None of that makes any logical sense. Like, not at all. I just don't understand. So no logical, take there. If you want to take the moon, December 18th, I think that's a great date. I think that's perfect, to be honest. I think that is honestly a perfect date for this to have taken place. Genozoic says, even the new Ahsoka book is now soft canon. The last Clone Wars episode rewrote it a bit. Yeah, that's true. And even the first episode of The Mandalorian rewrote canon from a book. I forget which Aftermath book it was, but one of those Aftermath books, kind of rewrote the way that we find that character of Cobb Vanth. So even Star Wars is saying that our canon is not necessarily really annoying. One of the things that is a constant excuse for soft canon, I guess, and differences in canon is an unreliable narrator. But like, I don't like that. I think that's a cop out. I think that's a real cop when it comes to what we're being shown. I really don't want to be told what we're seeing potentially isn't true. I just do not like that at all. Why would I have any reason to believe that this is not real or this is not truth? Unless it's coming from a villain that you're like, that guy's shady. I know that's probably not the truth. But like, what you're seeing in the movie should be the truth. There should be no way around that, really. Unless it's like a movie like Knives Out or something, where it's like the purpose of the movie is to distract you and make you think a certain way. But yeah, we're 58 minutes in and I've only anyway. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. So that's Jurassic World we expect. Let's move on to theme parks and live entertainment with whatever time we have left. All right, so first off here, I did want to look at this. I gotta sit up in my chair here. Look at this. This is so cool. Hopefully this works. Does this work? Look at that. That is really awesome. I don't know where this comes from. I have no idea where this comes from. Somehow behind the scenes, I guess. I don't know. Really no information on it as far as I can see, but it's a diorama of the upcoming Velocicoaster. So this is down in Universal's Islands of Adventure, and it's one of the 2 theme parks. If you want to count the third water park, yeah, sure, whatever. But yeah, this is what you would see, from across the lagoon. You got the Discovery Center down there. You've got a little part of a building there. You got this big, tall lift hill and all that stuff. And you know what I should bring up? I should bring up that image, which I just don't know where it is. I'll see if I can find it in the meantime. But that's really cool looking, and despite not really loving the fact that this coaster is taking over the view of the waterfront, I think it's cool. Like that's a cool diorama. And interestingly, I don't know if they would have put the tall trees in a diorama, but no tall trees in the front here. And I know they just replanted some, I think, the other day. Not tall ones, I don't think, but there you go. Where was that picture? I think Universal posted it. I'll have to double check, but man, this is cool. So this is from BioReconstruct over on Twitter. Let's see. Start at the first launch from the building at the left. 4 dinosaurs are known to be along the tracks of this area. A waterfall will be here too. This is just a nice overhead. Take a look at with you guys. Like, look at all of that stuff in there. How cool is that? I love the amount of rock work that's going on in there, and the fact that this thing is just like, it's like a huge mess of coaster intertwining. Like, I just cannot believe how much track there is in such a small space, in between these 2 buildings, in and out of rocks and huge rock work, like essentially like mountain peaks and stuff like that. It's out of control. It's really crazy what they were able to do there. And there should be, like Chuck said, there's a bunch of coasters and stuff, not coasters, raptors and stuff in there that you'll see. And we've seen that before. We got the trailer kind of thing for the attraction. So you got a glimpse at what you're going to see as you kind of roll in and out of this area. But yeah, I think it looks really, really cool. And you can see from the image that some of the walls are down. So now this area that you can see, like a peak down in the bottom left corner of that image, that is, I think that's, oh yeah, that's the River Adventure right down there. So the River Adventure is directly across from that. They took down the walls finally. This path used to like kind of move back and forth depending on, different phases of the construction. It was all over the place. So let me see. Who had this picture that? Oh, okay. I got it. I don't know if it'll be on Twitter, but I know it's on Instagram. But yeah, so I think it's great that they finally took down the walls here, because last time I went there, when even was that? It was February. It was just such a huge mess. But things are looking good now. So let's, all right, so I'm going to bring up this. I don't even know what I was looking for anymore. Oh, yeah, I was looking for, I just knew where to find it, but I wasn't sure what I was looking for. Oh, it's not available. What is happening? Why can I not see it? Did you get blocked, dude? That's weird. Wow, that's weird. All right, so let's move on. Oh, no. Oh, man, why is that not working? So somebody's Instagram page I'm trying to bring up. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Instagram's just broken right now. It says, go back to Instagram. This is me just wasting time here. All right. Maybe I got it. Maybe I got it to work. All right, here it is. All right, so I'm going to bring this up here for you guys to see. There we go. All right, so this is some stats on the Velocicoaster. And interestingly, it says your clients will. I got to get like close to the screen to read these tiny words. Your clients will feel the rush of the hunt as they race through the jungle alongside velociraptors. It's the Jurassic World Velocicoaster, the apex predator of coasters, only at Universal Orlando Resort. Coming summer 2021, Florida's fastest launch coaster, 2 intense launches at 0 to 50 miles per hour in 3 seconds and 40 to 70 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. It's got 4 inversions, including an inverted stall, upside down, weightless screaming. That's awesome. 155 feet up, 80 degrees down, soar 155 feet above the lagoon before plunging 80 degrees. The steepest coaster drop at Universal Orlando. Come face to face. You enter the Velociraptor paddock and get real close to these natural-born hunters. You get 2 coaster experiences in one. It starts as a twisting, turning, high-speed ride through the rocky Velociraptor paddock, then roars out over the lagoon where riders pull some serious G-forces. All right. So that's like a nice little graphic that was posted. Heard, as far as I can tell, that it came from potentially like, what do you call them? Travel agents or something like that. So that's where this information probably came from, this graphic. But pretty cool graphic. I like it. It's got that Jurassic World vibe to it. So it's cool. And a lot of really, really good, important stats there as far as how high, the percentage of the drop, the inversion amount, and stuff like that. So, man, this thing is going to be insane. So now, where was I? Moving to an image here, which is really, really cool. Also from BioReconstruct. Part of the, like I said, part of the walls came down. And look at how awesome that looks. Honestly, like, you look at that, and it just looks like Isla Nublar. Like, it's such a great look. Now, how that vibes with the old school Jurassic Park stuff, I don't really know. Can't really say. But I think that looks awesome. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. Brendan says, is that a Lego Imperial shuttle behind him? Yes, it is. Where is it? Over here. And then some drinks from Batu, and then there's a ATST down there somewhere, and a shuttle from Batu as well. One of these days I got to figure out. I think I have it here, but let me see. I think this is it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll bring that up a little bit later so you can see what my background looks like. But I think this looks awesome, guys. I think this looks really, really cool. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one, which is 4 separate images that look just incredible. Like, amazing, amazing stuff going on here. So these are some night shots from Amusement Insider, or at Amusement Inside on Twitter. And yeah, they commented, this already looks stunning at night. Can't wait to see more. And man, they are correct. This does look stunning. Look at how good this looks. Man. The lighting looks awesome. The metallic looks great. It looks like Jurassic World walls. I don't know with those openings in there. I don't know what kind of Velociraptor is not going to get out of there, but who knows? But man, that rock work looks intense. It looks awesome. Maybe this is where they replanted the tall trees, actually. So I don't know. I know that they did cart those tall trees that you used to see in front of the lagoon, or next to the lagoon. I know they did hold those at the plot of land that they have. I believe this is where they held them. The plot of land that they have for Epic Universe. So they planted them down there, and I think they unplanted them, brought them back over, and this is probably where they were added, I guess. I actually didn't even realize that. So it looks that's probably what you're seeing there is those same trees from the front. Don't quote me, but it looks like it. And you got 3 more over there. I don't know if they've always been some more metallic looks. So much lighting on this. You got on the gates up there. This is essentially supposed to this part. I think it's a little farther over, not too far, but it's kind of like a transport area between docks, like between the raptor paddock and the raptor encounter area. Sorry if my stream's a little glitchy right now. But let's see what else we got here. Another look. Okay, so down there is where you can see the raptor encounter. So it's not across from it, but I don't know what they got going on over there. But there should be some sort of like transfer gate or something like that to kind of look like it's a transfer area between the paddocks. There's like arrows on the ground and stuff like that. I don't think they're going to actually do anything as far as transferring them, but that would be a really cool little show if they did ever have that intention to do something. But I don't know if they do. But yeah, man, this attraction looking so good, and they have been testing it, so it has been operating. But yeah, we still got a little ways. This would have, been unveiled around the release of Dominion, but yeah, no, that's not happening. As we get closer and closer to it, it's starting to like really, really settle in that we're not going to be getting Dominion this year. But yeah. Kendra asks, where is this though? This is in Florida at Universal's Islands of Adventure at the Universal Orlando Resort. So this is the second park that was added like 1996 or something like that. Maybe I forget. Around that time, maybe a little bit later. 99 maybe. I forget. But wonderful park. I love this park so much. But this is just making it better. Looks awesome. Continuing on with Universal Orlando, and this attraction actually specifically. I'm not sure if you guys saw this posted recently, but this article here, which I should have scrolled up to the top, but this is from InsideTheMagic.com. So I would suggest not going there. You don't need to go there. It's kind of like a trap at this point. It starts off as like a Disney blog and it expands into everything now. So now it's just a pop culture kind of blog, and they cover everything. So here is their article. Now, this is not accurate whatsoever. It just says Universal's Velocicoaster animatronics are here and looking horrifying. So this is not true whatsoever. You will see some pictures here. But so they gathered this from our buddy Lewis Lee here. Lewis is a big frequenter here in the live streams and our videos and whatnot, and on Twitter as well. So Lewis, was kind of showcasing that Animax Designs was creating some new stuff for a Jurassic World attraction. So what you're seeing is for Jurassic World the exhibition / the movie exhibition. Slightly confusing to me. But I don't know why they changed the name of it or made a different thing. I don't really know. But Animax Designs made the animatronics for Jurassic World live tour, and then they ended up redesigning like the T-Rex for the exhibition, which the exhibition is, who knows? I think that it was in Korea. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find this information. I think it was in Korea or China. It was in China at the start of the pandemic. I think they opened maybe for a little bit and then had to close it, and then they reopened it again. So it was like still operating during all of this, and I don't know how long that lasted for. I can't really seem to find any quick information for you guys. Yeah, who knows? But the exhibition was around, and then yeah, it was in Chengdu, China for a bit. I think it was then in Korea. This is probably all inaccurate information. About as accurate as this article, I guess. But then they popped up with the Jurassic World movie exhibition. Let me see if I can find anything on that. That I know we posted something about that. So that is going to be opening in China as well. Okay, so there was a all right. So the movie the movie exhibition opened in Chengdu, China, in advance of the opening in January, and then they continued on later on. Um, so I don't know what the difference is here between the movie exhibition and the exhibition, but they ended up making a lot of really new and cool stuff. So if we're going to click over here to the Twitter, Lewis's Twitter, you can see a lot of really cool images as far as what the exhibition or the movie exhibition is creating. You got some baby Parasaurolophus puppets there. I don't know what that one on the left is. Oh, it looks like a raptor head here. Is this? I feel like this is like Adam Savage. Is that who that is? Yeah, it is. It says Savage. So I wonder if this is going to be on some show or something. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Look at this. Look at these mouths. Sick. Those look awesome. Oh man, look at all that stuff in the background and this baby Ankylosaurus that looks surprisingly like Bumpy. Oh, so cool. So the point of all this is to say that none of this is coming to Orlando as indicated from this article, but it's going to be, part of an exhibition somewhere. Baby Parasaur right there. Big T-Rex head. Yeah, so they, the exhibition when it was around the States and in Australia and I think like France and Spain and stuff like that, it had an old Rex from like a Walking with Dinosaurs kind of thing. And only recently, I think as far as China is concerned, I think is when maybe they got this new one that is the clone of what you see at the live tour. And the live tour one is a clone of what you see in the movies. And it looks amazing. What else we got here as far as pictures are concerned? There's that little Bumpy. I don't know if it's Bumpy per se, but it looks like Bumpy. It's really cool. Oh, look at that. Awesome. Animatronic. That's a Brachiosaurus neck and head. That's really cool. Ooh, a little Pteranodon. That's cool. So, why is that blurred out? I don't know, but it's just awesome stuff. Whatever they're creating is really incredible. There's a hand, probably I don't know what it is. Okay, so you get two Parasaurs right there. Very cool. So anyway, the article was kind of saying that look, the attraction, it says right here, summer 2021 is going to bring Universal Orlando Resort guests, specifically at Islands of Adventure, the most intense coaster the park has ever seen. Okay, that's blah, blah, blah. And seen the coaster track, but now you can see many of the dinosaur animatronics that are being constructed, which is just not true. So I just wanted to put that out there for everybody. If you're seeing these images in this article, it's not for the Velocicoaster. Baby raptors and intense animatronics is moving along. There's not much more we know. Yeah, so this is not for that. But I just wanted to let you guys know in case anybody was sharing this around or thought that the coaster was going to have all this cool stuff. But it's not. I mean, it'll have some cool stuff, but not this stuff. But yeah, so let's move on to the next thing, which is also in China. In Beijing, we have Universal Studios Beijing. And this is themeparks.com, and that is theme park, but with an X, Parx. .com, and they have a bunch of forums and stuff like that, and there's always pictures from the theme parks that they're building. And Universal Beijing has a lot of photography going on. Not official sources and stuff like that, but man, there's a lot of photography going on in and around the park. So let's see here. Anyway, this mountain that you're seeing here is in the Jurassic World section. It's massive. It is a massive thing. And it's got a coaster. It's kind of like a family coaster, suspended coaster kind of thing that dangles on the track above and goes in and out of like the aviary, which is around here, and through the mountain, which is awesome. So cool. I'm just going to scroll through this site. There's going to be a lot of random stuff, but we'll get through it. So there you get some more shots of the mountain. You see a lot of greenery on here, rock work and stuff like that. Got Harry Potter stuff. I'll just scroll fast so we get to what we need to see. But back here you can see the park, the Jurassic World gates. This is for I think the sign will say Jurassic World Isla Nublar. So you'll actually get that on the fencing there. Yeah. And then in the background, you can see the big dome, which is the aviary. This park. I'm going to scroll down, keep going. Harry Potter, park entrance stuff. Oh, there we go. Look at that. How cool is that? I don't even know what that's for. But it looks really or something like that. But it's got the Indominus Rex poking its head out. You got some DNA strands, some other stuff. I can't really tell what it is, but man, that looks really, really cool. Some more people in front of all kinds of stuff. I don't really know what's going on. It looks like aviary, mountain, coaster, maybe part of the aviary area. I don't know. Here's some more shots of the rock work and the coaster going in. That's going to be superb. Looks really, really cool. Oh, and here is a portion of the Innovation Center. So this is in front of the attraction, the Jurassic World Adventure, I think is what it's called. And it's going to be a Transformers / Spider-Man type attraction, but set in Jurassic World, around the breakout, around the iconic stuff that they cannot help but center everything around. So yeah, that's where that is. And you enter into the Innovation Center, and that is the queue for the attraction. And there is a big building, which you can kind of see up on the left. That is the show building for this attraction, which is pretty massive. That show building is huge. More rock work. More rock work. I think that's Hammond's right there, if I remember correctly. No, it might not be. Maybe, I don't know. I forget. Some more random stuff, I think from the entry. Scrolling. All right, that's it. So yeah, I just wanted to focus on that really quick. But yeah, this place is going to be insane. I can't believe what they've made. It's incredible. I think this is supposed to be opening. When did they say? I think it was like supposed to be early to mid 2021. I don't know if anything's been changed since then. This is saying May 2021. And that was as of August. It looks like it's still on track for May 2021. So you got this opening in May. I don't know. I mean, it's going to get a lot of visitors, I'm sure, out in that area. But probably no travel still from us. I don't know. I was really hoping, to be able to head out there and be able to cover this for the channel. But yeah, it's not looking too likely, unfortunately. That's such a bummer, man. Such a bummer to not be able to go out there and cover it for Jurassic fans, Sure, there's going to be a lot of bloggers and people who probably are able to get there or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we're not going to be able to get there. I mean, who knows? But maybe I know some people out there. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Would they be able to cover it? That's a good question. I'll have to think about that. That could be pretty interesting. Anyway, let's move on to our last topic, which is toys. So this has been going way longer than I expected because I like to talk. I guess. Somehow I do. I don't really know why. All right. So I wanted to discuss those new toys, right? But we'll talk about that in a second, I guess. Let me change this background right here for a second so we're not... Oh, you know what? You know what I should do? Let's bring this up. So we got the whole frame, guys. We got the whole frame. There we go. Look at that. We're going to be discussing toys. And what better background than this? I feel like I should change this up. Let's see. Let's get a little bit different color here. There we go. Oh, that's cool. All right, so we're going to discuss toys for Jurassic World, everything that's coming out, thoughts on what we see on the shelves right now. Right now, there's actually some cool stuff coming out. You know, we've seen Albertosaurus, a repaint out there, and this is the third repaint. The first one was battle damage. The second one was, the first one was kind of like a darker green. Second one was like a lighter blue or something like that. And then this third one is a green as well, I think with orange. And I kind of passed over that one. I didn't really get that one. I know there's also Nix, and it actually, the thing is, I don't really want all these repaints, but like it says Baryonyx Grim on it, and I'm like, do I want the Baryonyx that is labeled for Camp Cretaceous Season 2, I'm assuming? In the trailer, we've only seen one, and it didn't really look like that one. So maybe there's the 3. Hopefully we get all 3. I don't know if we will or not, but that would be really cool if we did. The marketing and stuff, the toys previously kind of teased that there would be 3. Limbo, Grim, and somebody else. I never remember this third name. Literally, at least I have it like... I thought I had it right here, but I guess I got rid of it. I'm always trying to keep this logo, this thing right here at my fingertips at all times because I'm constantly referencing it. Hopefully once the show comes out, I won't need to reference it anymore. We got Grim, Limbo, and Chaos. So it looked like we saw Chaos in the trailer. We've got Grim in the stores, and Limbo, I believe, is the one that came out in the Camp Cretaceous set with Stegosaurus, Darius, and the little Bumpy. So we're getting the second iteration of the Baryonyx for Camp Cretaceous in stores right now. What else is there? There's a new Triceratops out there. I did pick this up the other day, which I have not shown you guys. You can see. Let's get that lighting on there so I can hide what this is before you guys. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Oh, there we go. You can't see what it is. What is this? So yeah, I filmed the toy hunt for this. I think I don't know if it's going to come out Friday or next week. One of them. Anyway, I was able to pick this one up. So I did pick it up because I think out of all the new ones, the Sarcosuit is like the coolest looking paint job. That thing is super cool. Really, really mean looking. And the funny thing is that this one, no, Siri, I don't need your help. This one actually has the original of this has like the same paint job as the Albertosaurus, I believe, like the original one. So now we're getting repaints of them, and this just looks way too cool. I had to get this one. I might think about getting that Albertosaurus. I don't know. I have the other one coming from Aaron Beyer, the bluish one, but I don't know. Right now, as far as Jurassic toys are concerned, I'm just barely keeping afloat as far as trying to stay into it. I'm just not too thrilled with what we got going on right now. The Amber collection, which is right here, I've gotten all of those so far. I love those so much. The other core stuff that's out right now, I'm not too hugely into it. But sometimes my mind takes a little while to come along with the figures. So eventually I might grab some. But yeah, and the Amber collection stuff is showing up at Target. I'm sure you guys have seen it. And I've said this a lot in my toy hunts. I don't know if you've seen them recently, but I've been trying to post a lot more toy hunts. And the problem with the Amber collection in the stores is I think it's in the wrong spot. And it's priced so highly that when you put it in with the core line, like this stuff, like this is like 19 bucks. All right. So that's high for, a lot of the stuff that's there. A lot of the stuff is like $14.99 or lower, $7.99 or lower with the blind bag stuff or the Snap Squad. And then of course you do have some outliers that are a little bit more expensive than that. But like 30 bucks, the Amber collection is a rough price point for the main shelf. It kind of needs to be off in the collector's section, which it's not. And that's really, I think, doing it some harm because now they're just stacking up and nobody's buying them. Let me know. Do you guys find people buying these Amber collection things from Target? Have you bought any from Target? I know a lot of us, especially people that are probably watching this, are people that are probably trying to get these things as fast as they can. So, we're trying to get them online before we even see them in stores. Because a lot of these things are randomly popping up on like Target's website or other outlets for the past few years. And, by the time they hit the shelves, it's like everybody's already got them, at least the hardcore fans. But people that are just randomly shopping in stores and buying gifts. And after Black Friday, they were still all there, all of them. And that was a bummer. So I don't know what's going on. I know they're doing some sales right now, and you can get some of those at like $22, $23, something like that. So that's a good thing. But overall, I just think it's way too overpriced for the main shelves, and overpriced a little bit in general. They should be like $7 or $10 cheaper. But unfortunately, they're not. But Dodgson93 says, I can't believe we went through another year with no new humans. Not entirely correct. I mean, we did get Dennis Nedry, right? When was that? That was in July, right? I think that was like in July or somewhere around there. I think. Man, what has this year been? I think it was this year. We got Dennis Nedry, right? So that's a good thing. It was kind of an exclusive item, pretty much an exclusive item. And then, of course, we did get a repack. And that's not true. We got Darius, a brand new figure, for sure. And then we also got John Hammond packaged in stores, which is really, really important. Previously you were only able to get him online or at Universal Parks and Resorts. You were able to get him for $45. But now, he's available at Target, which is really, really cool. Okay, so Dodgson is saying not international product, which was a huge disappointment. Yeah, that is a bummer. Internationally speaking, I can't really speak to it. I know there's a lot of problems there, and I don't know what really needs to be done to fix it. I just can't. We've been trying to say it for years now, but doesn't really see where see that it's going to change anytime soon. Sorry. Yeah, I think new humans. I mean, it's going to be rough. Target at this point is really our only outlet to get things in the States here. Walmart has some stuff here and there. And of course there are some online retailers and stuff. But as far as like going to a store and buying something, the Target shopper, I feel like, leaves a lot to be desired for Jurassic stuff. I say a collective we, are leaving a lot of human figures on the shelves, on the pegs. There's constantly a lot of stuff. And yes, that goes down to the fact that there's a lot of Owens. And, they demanded a lot of Owens on the shelf. And then the other problem is, like, that box with, it's like oh my God. I've never opened that box. Where even is that? I forgot I never opened that. Oh, I'll have to do that sometime. I have one right there, but I don't even know if that one's mine. Oh, man. Weird. The what I'm trying to get at is the Isla Nublar set. You know, the thing with the banner and the two raptors and Ellie and Hammond. You know, that thing. The first batch, like the first wave of those, was like 3 or 4 of them, right, on the shelves. Those disappeared pretty quickly, and they were backed up with like 15. It was like insane amounts, and they're still there. So the 4 collectors in the area, got the stuff. And then all the other ones are just still on the shelf, and that does not bode well for getting more packs. And as far as we're thinking, we might get a lot more human dinosaur packs in the future with the Dino Escape sets and stuff like that. Probably most likely centered around Camp Cretaceous. So maybe we'll get some Camp Cretaceous humans, which I really, really hope we do. I hope we do. I would love to get Brooklyn, Kenji. I would love to get all these figures, every one of them. I think this would be a good opportunity for Dr. Wu. I think that would be amazing. We could get the camp counselors, Roxy and Dave. It could be really, really fun. Who else? Like, is like a random. Not really Eddie. Was that guy's name Eddie? I don't really want that character. I don't need that. But that's probably the one we'll get because like nobody wanted to sign off on the likeness. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably what we'll get as far as humans are concerned. Hopefully we get that in 2021. But I think as far as humans in the series, like the films and stuff like that, I think we're going to have to hope for the Amber Collection, which, we'll get Grant and who else? I don't know. Probably some other people, which fantastic. That would be amazing. Amber Collection, I think, is the way to go. I think it's the best stuff out there. But yeah, it does stink that there's no answer as far as humans are concerned, really. And, back when we did a podcast with a lot of the people at Mattel, I straight up asked, like, what's going on with Franklin? And they're like, no, I can't say much about that. And, I respect that. But it's a bummer. It's a bummer. Why is that not out? What is the deal with Franklin? Gotta get Jerry Seinfeld out here. What's the deal with Franklin? Happy birthday, Eddie. Happy birthday. Dude, honestly, Genozoic, I hated the idea of a Eddie figure, but now I love it. Oh my God. If we got an exclusive Eddie with like the lab outfit, a birthday cake with candles, and a party hat, dude, that would be amazing. Mattel, you listening? Make Birthday Eddie a toy. That's my new thing. The past few years, I've been begging for, and I think I told it to them on the podcast. I wanted that collapsible bathroom, the bathroom out at the T-Rex encounter area, and I wanted a Gennaro and a breakaway bathroom set as a toy. That would be an amazing pack. But now all I want is a Happy Birthday Eddie. That's that sounds like you don't want to like Google Happy Birthday Eddie. Like it's like something that you probably don't want to know about. It's great. I love it. But yeah, I mean, look, we could sit here all day and say I want all these guys. No offense. I want Lex, I want Tim, I want Ray, I want all these guys. I want Dr. Wu. I feel like Dr. Wu is always overlooked. I would love a 93 Dr. Wu. But like I could say this stuff all day. It's just they just never come. So, hopefully, I mean, we got a Dennis Nedry and I think a lot of that is unfortunately, I don't know, poorly timed. I think I would venture to guess based off of a lot of the stuff that we've seen and all that. I would venture to guess that there is a good allusion or reference or something when it comes to Dennis Nedry in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. No, that's the wrong movie. Jurassic World Dominion. So I think that's why we've seen an influx of Dennis Nedry stuff, whether it be the Amber Collection or the Barbasol can with the Dennis Nedry finger in it. Finger? Oh, God. That's another thing that I don't want a toy of. Barbasol can with complimentary Dennis Nedry finger. I don't even know where to go from there. It's just been going on way too long. Anyway, figure. Dennis Nedry figure. All right? So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's trying to make a push to Dominion, but that never came to fruition yet. So maybe we'll get another push. These figures coming out again. So who knows? But yeah, I don't know. And the whole thing is off-centered now because of the fact that this movie is pushed. So anything that they were planning human-wise for 2021 probably not hitting the shelves. In April, we would have gotten random characters from Dominion. We would have gotten characters we know and love from Dominion. But that, it's not going to happen now. I'm sure they had plenty of time to delay the products so they could push them to 2022 April. So it's a shame. And hopefully the line lasts that long, as far as like 2021 is concerned. I'm sure it will be fine. If anything, I think in their last report, Jurassic was up for Mattel. So that's a good thing. Brendan here says, can we get a proper size trike? Yes. My gosh, please. Where is that thing? It's over here. Look at that thing. That is the best trike ever. From 93. Amazing. And the fact that we haven't gotten anything that touches that is a real shame. Where do I even have the other one? I have a brown one from the new lines, and it just is. It's okay. It's okay. I kind of like the paint job on the new one, but I'm like, I just don't need another undersized Triceratops, and it really bugs me. It really bugs me. Now, sure, maybe that one's oversized, maybe, but I don't care. It's one of the coolest Jurassic toys ever made. And these trikes are just a little underwhelming for me. And now we've gotten like 4 or 5 different versions. And every time I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy another in that sculpt. I think another one slightly bigger would be a proper way to go. So, yeah. Genozoic, don't give up on the bathroom. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, I'm not giving up, man. I'm not giving up. I'm just saying, like, I might transition into the Happy Birthday Eddie. Again, sounds really weird. Ian says we still don't have the Apatosaurus. Yeah, that is such a bummer. That would be a great one to release 2021. It really would be perfect because, honestly, I really think 2021, with no inside information and nothing like that, I really wish 2021 would be the year of Jurassic World. Go back to Jurassic World. Mattel never got the chance. They started with Fallen Kingdom, April 2018 is when they released their first stuff. Let's go back to 2015 and release the Claire in the white outfit, Claire in a different, the purple or pink top or whatever. No more Owens. We'll just keep using the same Owen. That's fine. We'll get him as Ronnie. Let's get a Dr. Wu. Let's get a Vic Hoskins. These are the characters. Barry. Let me get a Barry. Let me get a Lowry. Come on. Zach and Gray, I guess. Whatever. Let me get these characters. And let me get the Apatosaurus. That would be amazing. Give us the Apatosaurus. Give us that scaled up trike. What else we got? I mean, we've gotten plenty of Dimorphodons. We've gotten plenty of Pteranodons. Compies, we don't really need. I don't know. Raptors, we got plenty of those at this point. But I'm sure if they were redoing that, that would be, Um, there would probably be more raptors. But yeah, I think that would be amazing. And then you could do some crazy vehicles and stuff like that. Don't you mean Barry? No, I mean Barry. I don't know why, but you said Barry, and I'm thinking like Back to the Future. Chuck, it's your cousin Marvin. Barry? No, no, Barry. Um, oh, dude, Vic Hoskins with battle damage removable arm. That would be amazing. That would be really cool. Park employees, sure. I mean, the guy that got eaten by the Indominus, sure. I mean, you could just re-release the entire, like the same Indominus. Perfect. Yeah, I think that would be great. But yeah, I think 2021, get past this Dino Escape stuff, or maybe you could tie the Dino Escape in. I don't know. I mean, that works, right? Jurassic World Dino Escape. It works perfectly for the first film, Jurassic World film. And then do some different things. You know, don't just do repaints and weird stuff. Do like different iterations of the toys that are, you know, they've got unique features or something. I don't know. So I think what I would like to see for 2021 is that, you know, a Jurassic World centric thing. Because 2022, when you're releasing Dominion, focus on Dominion. You can do a lot of stuff with that. And then maybe do Lost World or Jurassic Park 3 or something like that in 2022. But to save 2021, I think you really need to do Jurassic World. I think people would be into it. I really do. But yeah, what was I going to talk about? Oh, so I wanted to talk about those new pictures. Let's move over to that. Let's change it up here. We'll go back to our other screen. And let's look at some of these from our buddies over at Collect Jurassic. Tim has a great website, collectjurassic.com. Go check out that website, and you can see this article by who else? By who else? Tom Fishton. You guys, I love Tom. Obviously, he's on the podcast. He is like the new me of this podcast. I think he's on more of them than I am somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but he is. Anyway, Tom's here back again today with a look at some new toys. And these are, you know, they don't really know. And actually, Tim did a great kind of wrap up on these things over on his YouTube? I'm on it. I should be able to say it. YouTube channel, where he kind of went through these pictures and talked about what he thinks they are and what we could see. And they didn't really seem to know whether this would be kind of like an extension of Primal Attack, which we have on shelves right now, or if it's going to push itself into the Dino Escape stuff. So we have some new Snap Squads. Awesome. They look great. I could do without these bottom three. I do really love the Carno sculpt and design. I actually really do love the Triceratops sculpt. The design here is not really much to go off of. Bumpy, I mean, I think the only one they came out with was a metallic one, so I guess it makes sense to do like a non-metallic one. Another Raptor, sure, why not, I guess. That Spino is crazy looking, like that, and the Barry is cool too, and I guess that would be Baryonyx Grim, so that's pretty cool. Attack packs. So Tom actually did a review on this Troodon here, this first one that you see, that gray and pink one. So he actually has that in his hand. So jealous. And he was able to do a review. I think that just popped up on Jurassic Collectibles today. So different site altogether. Tom, too many places at once. Tom, too many places at once. Jurassic Fishington. He's not here to defend himself. Anyway, we've all seen this other one, the Gallimimus. I love that. It's such a, you know, a retro piece harkening back to 1993, I guess. Is that when it came out? Another Dimorphodon. You got Colaris and Proceratosaurus right there. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be iffy on these ones. I really, really dig that Colaris or Siloris. I think it's Siloris. Siaka, you know, right? You got to know this. You just drew it or whatever. How did you do that? Did you draw it or did you? I don't know. I don't know how those things work. Anyway, what's happening anymore? I have no idea. How is anybody still here? I haven't even like looked at what you said in ages. It feels like. Anyway, Proceratosaurus. Did I say Protoceratops? I don't know, man. I'm so confused at this point in the night. But anyway, I don't know if I'll get that or not. I do kind of like the dinosaur. I like both of those bottom two. I'm definitely going to get that Gallimimus. Coeloris. Yeah, I knew you would come through. We got some Savage Strikes here. Yeah, I got it in one of the tries. I'm getting helped out by good people like you, so I gotta just remember them. That's the only problem. Brendan says this I guess this raptor looks like the tiger. I don't see it. I don't see it. And the same with the Amber Collection Echo. I just didn't see that. A lot of people said that about that one as well. Yeah, it's just like a very bland tan and brown, or just brown on brown. It's just a very basic Savage Strike. And I think, what is it? Arms go like this or something too. And then the other jumping one. It's like I'm enough. How many? What do I got? I got like 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 18, 19, probably more. I definitely have more somewhere. Raptors. I have so many raptors. And that's only from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom stuff onward. So, I don't know. I don't need that tan one. I do kind of like the color scheme on the jumping one, but like enough with the jumping ones. I'm tired of them. But I got to say, they are fun to play with. So from a kid's standpoint, they are pretty fun. I would assume. I'm not a kid. I don't know. Is that fun? Do kids like those things? I have no idea. We'll never find out. Sound strikes. So this is where it's at, guys. The sound strikes. So the Cryolophosaurus is one that I just have not liked in stores. This yellow and I don't even know, red maybe? Or like I think it's that same color on the top. I just have not liked it. And I don't know. This, on the other hand, looks incredible. This, out of all the new things that he showed off here on the site, this is the top look for me. Like, it is like number one on my list. That looks really, really cool. I think that's awesome. It's so funny how like a repaint can change things up completely and go from a dinosaur that I just did not want anything to do with to all of a sudden this looks really, really awesome. Yeah, and now we are at the masterpiece. And I didn't even get to the Sinoceratops yet. So, the Sinoceratops, I think, is that what we're going with? That is, yeah, okay. Because I'm like, what is the name of this thing? Are they going to call it a Pachyrhinosaurus still? I don't know. But no. The Sinoceratops here, straight out of Fallen Kingdom, which should have been released back in the day, finally here, and it looks beautiful. And yes, we did get this same paint job on the Pachyrhinosaurus. I think that looks awesome. Where do I have that thing? There you are. Shout out. Similar paint job. It's the backing is a little bit different. And the bodies are different on these things anyway, slightly. But the Sinoceratops is just a beautiful toy. I really, really love the last iteration, the first iteration that we got of the Sinoceratops. It's like, what is it, bluish? Where do I have these things? Yeah, it's right there. It's like a bluish and tan kind of thing with orange, maybe? I don't know. But it's so cool looking. And this just as cool. So this is a definite, these two, 100% need them both. Honestly, I might need like 2 of those Cryolophosaurs. That thing looks so good. No, it's Genozoic, that's not the big one. Come on, man. Doesn't look anything like the brown raptors from the first movie. Anyway, where are we at? Oh, that's it? That's it. All right, so that's it. Yeah. What are we doing here? What's going on? What have you guys been saying? Let me see what you guys are saying now. The bigger trike, super colossal Toro would be cool. The Apatosaurus, Microceratus. Yeah, that's interesting. I would assume that might get a release in 2022. I feel like that would. Oh, yeah. The berry thing. Wait, where was that misspelling? That's right. Berry. What do you mean berry? So I completely missed your joke here, Ian. Where was that? Was that on like Twitter or something? I remember seeing something about berry. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. So I just completely missed it. Was like went right over my head. Ian also says the Sinoceratops looks so good. Genozoic says, I wish the skeletal sets did better in sales. You know what, man? I was really, really excited about those skeletal sets, and I got 3 of them, and I've sat on them up until like 2 weeks ago, and I put them together, and I hated every second of it. I really despised that process. They were so difficult to put together. My fingers were killing me after the fact. Man, that was not a thing I want to go through ever again. So I'm okay that they didn't do too well. And like, I mean, what is that Triceratops? What is that raptor? Like, it just didn't really do it. You know, it didn't work as well as I had hoped. Minerva says, how do you share fan art to collect Jurassic? I don't know. Tag him on Instagram? But yeah, I should probably, let's go back to the other screen so we're not just sitting on his website here. All right, so we're back here. Let's bring up some music, guys. Let's party a little bit. We're getting towards the end here, wrapping it up. Let me check out your comments still. Let's see here. Snap Squad Bumpy looks sinister. Yeah, he does. Oh, man, he does. That's funny. Oh, Barbecue Toro figure. Yes. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. BBQ Toro. I love that. I love that so much. Gallimimus is really, really awesome. I do love that thing. Not a huge fan of the sculpt of the Gallimimus. And especially, like, there hasn't been a Gallimimus in ages. Why not do a different one, you know, at this point? Make it taller, make it not running. I would love a Gallimimus. Don't we have only, like, one iteration of the Gallimimus? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It's cool. It's cool though. I mean, it looks amazing. I just wish the sculpt was a little different. I wish it had a different pose. Yeah, that Velociraptor, it does kind of look like Charlie. I would assume it's Charlie. Let's see. Yeah, why didn't we get that in 2018? The Sinoceratops? That's a whole convoluted thing. I mean, I think there was a problem with like switching out the dinosaur in the film or something like that, and then they had already made the toy, and then they just said keep the name, and then they kept the name. You know, I know a lot of these issues that we end up seeing with Mattel's stuff, not necessarily Mattel issues. So I know a lot of people like to rag on Mattel for distribution, repaints, no humans on the shelves, misspellings on things like not even misspellings, but like, completely missing the ball with what kind of species it is. But it's just like, it's outside of a lot of their scope. I mean, a lot of this comes from Universal. A lot of the stuff comes from the stores and the outlets that want the product and that are willing to sell the product, and they only want to sell what they want to sell. So, we got to kind of ease up on Mattel for a lot of this stuff, because talking with them directly, I know they know what's up. I know they know what they're doing. They wouldn't make those kinds of mistakes, and they want to see humans out there. And they've told us so, that they're going to be more humans. So I don't think that they only meant Barry. What's his name? It's a late. What is it? Past 11 o'clock. Darius. Darius. There we go. Yeah. Genozoic mentions the shelf that he has here with the skeletal sets, kind of representing that Lockwood playset in a way. And that's what I kind of intended too. But like, I don't know. It just doesn't pull it off for me. Yeah, Benny points out that there's two sculpts. Yeah, one of them is battle damage, and then the other one is that running one. But they're both so similar. Like, what is the other one? It's I don't even think I care to have one. No, I don't even think I put one out because I'm like, I don't even care. Oh no, there it is. There's the battle damage is the only one that I have out because it is standing, and I would rather more of that than the running one. But still, I want more poses. I want something taller, something different. But yeah, let's see where we at now. Menchusaurus, yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, all right, so look guys, we've passed the 2-hour mark. Man, I did not intend to do that, but I really, really appreciate it. Let me see. I don't even know if, where'd it go? Jurassic Souls. I don't even know if you're still here or not. Said, what's my favorite new toy that's been revealed? I think I kind of alluded to that already, the Cryolophosaurus. And it's not even a new toy specifically, but that repaint is just straight fire. Thanks again to Jurassic Souls for the super chat. Guys, I should have really set this up at the beginning, but we're going to be doing a charity drive on the YouTube channel soon, okay? So keep an eye out for live streams, stuff like this. I'm going to end up putting the button so you can donate on other videos as well. So I wanted to find a way to donate during the holiday season here in the best way that I thought possible, and we recently were given the availability to do a charity drive on our YouTube channel. So we can do that. So anytime you would click the money option to pay in, you can actually donate to the charity that we're going to be choosing. I'll talk more about that coming up. I'll probably put out a video for it and then do a live stream kind of to support the cause and everything. So probably next week. I think maybe next week we'll end up doing that. So please stick around for the charity drive next week. It's going to be a big thing. I'll try to make it as big as we can and have some fun with it. I'm really, really excited. Minerva came late, sadly. It's okay. We'll be around. Catch our other videos and our podcast. If you want to hear more from us, guys, please go to our podcast. You can find it on every podcast service out there. It's on Spotify. It seems like Spotify may have corrected some issues with some of our stuff where we would put out long episodes and then they would only post like a small portion of it. So I think things are starting to get straightened out. So hopefully that's the case. Nope, I wasn't talking to you, Siri. But yeah, please go follow the Jurassic Park podcast on podcast services. That is our main thing. That's what we do all the time, every week. And of course, watch our toy hunts, our other videos, everything we got going on here on the channel. It felt good, guys. It really felt good to get back and live stream with you. It's been so long. It's been way too long. And now we're back live streaming. And like I said, next week we're going to do it for a good cause. I'll try to get some people on here on the show instead of just me, so you can hear from some other people as well. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Share it around. Comment in the other comment section below. And make sure to follow us on all the other platforms as well. Twitter, Facebook, I guess. I don't know. I don't really do anything over there. Instagram, definitely follow us on Instagram. And here, please subscribe on YouTube. It means a lot. Our subscribers are just, they continue to come, and we are so, so grateful to each and every one of you. So thank you guys so much. I think I'm going to head out of here, guys. It's been a blast. So thank you so much for watching this video. And please, I got to figure out how to use this again. Enjoy, everybody.